He's hanging out.
Welcome to the shit show, y'all. This is Craig.
This is Nick. Thanks for tuning in.
This is Sir Michael Christopher Estrada the First.
I love the sir.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh, wow, man. What's up, people?
Hello.
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 I've been watching Bridgerton, so I'm speaking. Hello.
He's got a little...
Have you really?
No, I haven't. I'm watching Bridgerton. What the fuck is wrong with
Well,
you?
I know a lot of people that have, but very few men I've heard.
Have you?
Watch. No.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what it's about. I really
First
don't know what
off,
it's about.
my wife watches it, and when I come in, I thrash her for watching it in my presence.
What is it about? I really don't know what it's about. Is it just
Go ahead. No, I don't know. I don't watch it.
It's set like in the 1800s. That's when they wear it's like Little House in the Prairie, even before that.
Little House Prairie was like 1930.
Okay, it's way before that.
It's like 1800s.
Way before they could talk.
I don't watch it, so how am I supposed to explain it to you? Go talk to my wife.
Okay.
Peon.
Stephanie!
It is Memorial Weekend.
It is.
It's a great day.
You know what? Shout out to all our troops.
100.
Ladies and gentlemen, that
No, definitely a 100. But
Yep. So, what'd you do this week? Anything stupid?
nothing stupid.
he woke up.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
Stupid for him.
Mine's been pretty good. My wife finally come back from out of the States.
She was over the pond.
2 weeks, man. Long time. Long time.
Is she with child?
It better not be a black child.
Oh my God. I'm just glad she made it home safely.
You know the whole joke.
God rest her soul.
She's still alive. Though, man.
Oh, welcome back.
She gone.
Now we picked up some new followers. Actually, we got some in Australia now. They've downloaded every episode. I can only imagine what they think about us.
Shiver me timbers.
Okay, so she came back from London trip.
London. She was in
Did
Paris.
she bring anything back, like something?
Yeah, I got a nice pair of Prada glasses.
Yeah.
Is that the only thing she brought back?
That's a pretty expensive gift to bring back. No, she brought back some gifts for
Fake
Seth.
Pradas.
No, they're not. They're real. They're real.
How do you know if they're real or not?
Gonorrhea.
Yes.
That's real.
That's definitely real.
No, they look real.
That's as real as it gets.
They come. Look, when you buy Prada, it comes with a special case, so you know.
He looked like a supermodel.
Yeah, I like them. They're all right.
Nice.
So I mean, but she got a lot of pictures. I felt like they were on like the Amazing Race. They were just all over the place, never in one place in the same day.
Does it look like tourists running around with suitcases?
Yeah, across the cobblestone roads, dragging two heavy suitcases.
What a
But see,
feeding.
that's my thing. Like, that's not a vacation.
No.
If you're just blowing and going. And
She
doing
knows
all
we
this
would
and
never book a vacation like that.
Yeah.
She told her sister, she goes, Craig would never allow this.
Because Craig's Big Daddy.
No, I'm not
Well,
gonna.
no, you can't Big Daddy first. I'm Big Daddy. You can't be.
I'm not gonna move all over the place, and I'm not gonna
No.
look. We're
See,
gonna.
okay. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're not right.
I think that would be your thing, though. Honestly, love you to death. We know you like a sumbitch, but you are not the type of person that can sit down and chill for a minute and just like sit down on the couch and have a conversation. Like, you're gonna sit on the couch, you're gonna take a nap. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not bashing you for it, but that's what it is. It's like,
I get bored.
well, yeah, very easy.
Like
And that's
grandpa.
fine.
He's like grandpa.
No, but that's my thing. That's why I think that that type of trip would have.
Dude, I would be so frustrated.
Yeah.
I would fucking lose my mind.
Because I think you would be like, oh, I could do this, and I'm boom, 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 50
No.
things.
I'm sure they have Uber there or something like it.
Dude.
They have taxis, of course. I've seen those.
They went and got. First, they landed. They spent one day in London. The next day, they went and booked and got a car, and then drove 200 miles wherever.
200 miles?
Bro, yes.
I would drive 100.
Yes.
You got that, Mike?
Then they ended up, every other day was something new. I would have lost my shit.
Hold on a second. Mike's going to fix the mic for a second.
I'm trying to fix my mic.
You need to come in clear.
Okay, I'm doing it now.
fix this.
Okay, we're going all in. Boom. There it goes. I think it's it.
So if you hear all
All right,
this
let's go.
racketing,
That's me. That's Michael.
it's Mike
Sir.
on the mic.
It's Sir Michael. So
Hey, can I have another drink of your Dr. Pepper?
I guess it was.
Sound like you were trying to take off a turtleneck.
Oh, that's really
I'm
good.
sorry. Well, I adjusted it when we were editing, and I didn't adjust it back. It's my fault.
That's what
Completely
she
my
said.
fault.
So we're going to start this week's episode out with the top emails of the week. What are we going to call the top emails?
Hold on. Be a bitch.
I thought he was going to.
That was pretty cool.
I thought he was going to. It was good. You nailed it.
We
didn't
may or
rhyme.
may not hear that next week.
So I thought you were going to end with like, "We'll suck your feet" or something like this.
That would be
something rhyming.
That's perverted.
Hey, man, you were a quarter horse. You came out of the grate awesome, but your stamina's shit.
Wow. He just really. So
Hey, you know, call it like it is.
let's
Call it
go.
like
Let's
it
go
is.
with the two top of the emails of the week.
Okay.
Do it. Email time.
All right, this is from Donna with a D. That's the only way you can spell Donna right.
You perverts like the D.
It's Donna with a silent J.
Why do you love living in Texas? That's an easy one for us.
Oh, yeah.
For you guys, it is, and for me, it's. I was in Oklahoma before I got here. I love Oklahoma, but I like Texas more.
Yeah, that really expanded on why you liked it. Can you expand on that, Mike?
I think
Nick?
it's the. I'm not sure what it is. It's
Go ahead.
if you're from a different state and you like that state because you're from there, but if you move to Texas, it's just so different, and I don't know how to explain that.
It's a culture thing.
It is a culture thing.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. It's like why do you like this race over that race? You can't. I don't know what it is. It's that thing. It's that culture. It's that history of it, and I like Texas so much more.
But hold on, if you're from California or other state, don't move here. It's not the culture thing. It's really you need to move north of the Red River.
I've said
It's too late.
that
They've
I
already
was.
found out.
I've said that I wasn't born here, but I got here as quick as I could.
I feel you.
It's too late. They've already found out.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the taxes. You know, our roly-poly governor, which is a really good guy. You know,
So I'll say this. I'm not one of those guys that thinks, oh, if you're from California or you're from New York or you're a terrible person.
me either. By the way,
Well, no, I'm just saying. I'm not one of those guys. So you can come from California and you can, if you come here, one of my wife's favorite things when we came and looked in this neighborhood, we drove through the neighborhood first and she would wave at people and they'd wave back. And there were other neighborhoods we went to, and they did do that, and that's a big thing for her and maybe us. Like I'm that. I'm friendly. Like if you don't want to, if you live in my neighborhood, and if some of you are listening, if you don't like me, don't wave at me, and then I know the next time not to wave at you. There's
There
no
you
harm,
go.
no foul. But
There you go.
Until then, until you do something to me personally, like I welcome you. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
I thought of something earlier as you guys were talking. One of the big things is
Is that a big dick you grow on your notepad there?
Wow.
that was a skateboard. It's a
You're a terrible artist.
Black Hawk Down.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry,
I don't know why
I didn't
the
mean
hell
to
it's on
interrupt
there. I didn't write that.
You're a
you.
terrible
It looks
artist.
like your handwriting.
I'm gonna let you know. I can draw way better than that. It's like a child did that.
Well, I'm just saying I didn't do it.
Ink on your fingers.
Anyways, I interrupted
No.
you. I apologize.
No, you're right. No, what I was saying is also there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Everybody sees it with the whole country, coast to coast. Weird stuff going in California. Weird stuff going to New York. And I've always said if it gets much, much weirder and things get sideways, I feel like Texas is the last place they're going to try to bring that weird stuff to. And I like being here for that.
Unless you're in Austin. Austin's always weird.
Yeah,
You
I
moved to
feel,
Austin
I
for,
feel fortunate.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's what I think. One of the things that's messed up in this country is if you talk about Trump or you talk about Biden, one way or the other, you're labeled as a liberal or a maggot or whatever. Here's my thing.
Did he say maggot?
That's
Yeah.
I heard maggot.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what they're called.
You're racist.
But I'm just saying, if it doesn't matter who you vote for, I don't care who you vote for. But don't knock me. If I talk about Trump, don't call me a liberal because you don't know who I voted for.
I agree.
But there's so many people that just automatically throw that out. And it's so annoying. But you know what? We live, we love, and we move on.
Just for the record, I'm a huge Trump fan.
I'm going to vote for Trump.
I voted for
I'm not
Trump. I'm going to vote for Biden.
That I mean, Some people do.
But what I'm saying is you get the hate because if you put out a Trump meme or something like that, oh, you're a liberal.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
That don't mean I'm a liberal. I can find things funny.
There's jokes about everybody. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
So, I mean, I love living in Texas because for multiple reasons, but the main reason is everybody's different here. Everybody is very genuine.
Yeah.
Most, to most part.
Well, no.
Very, they're very, very gentlemen, or what did you say it earlier? The word I was looking for?
Well, it's like you're in the country.
Homosexual?
What word? No, a man has, when he...
A penis. Was this at the pool?
Yes.
Was this 5 minutes ago?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to pick out in the day what time I...
You suck, this Nick.
What was the context?
I was like, men have
penis.
No. They're very... When they open a door for a woman.
Chivalry.
Manners.
There you go.
Chivalry.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's chivalry, not Jesus Christ.
You're right. So, I mean, you shouldn't... there's a lot of that here. There's a lot of very respect here. There's a lot of courtesy. You're going to hear ma'am no matter your age. You're going to hear, yes, sir, no matter your age normally.
People will open the door for you most of the time.
And not expect anything less.
Of course.
So it's like my boys. My boys they were taught to, no matter what it was, if we went to a cookout, they always found the homeowner or whoever's, if it was their birthday, they found them first. And then they greeted everybody else. Seth is Craig's son. He's always great about, he's very respectful. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. Your daughter's the same way. And that's the way we're raised. There's I'm not going to mention any names, but there's a young kid that lives in our neighborhood. And he is the most awesome. He can't be like, he's probably 8 to 10 years old. And this dude is fishing in the creeks, but he comes.
I agree.
He comes and greets you. Hey, Mike, how are you? And it's not just like, yo, what's up, bro?
Right.
It's like he greets you, he makes eye contact. That's another thing, like eye contact. That's a big thing. And most people won't make eye contact with you. They'll say hi as they're looking at the ground, but...
You were doing a crawfish boil, the first one of the season, I think. Emma just came back from school, and she walked up and saw everybody in the driveway, and then as she walked up, kind of trailed off, and I looked over at Emma, I go, hey, go say hi to Mike. He owns the house. Always go say hi to the person who owns the house. It's a respect.
It's respect.
No, definitely.
Kids have to be taught that.
I know what kid you're talking
about. Pick
about,
up on that.
Yeah, no, definitely. But that's what we were taught, growing up, is the respect and that's... I don't think that that's a Texas thing. I think that we take that stronger than a lot of other states. But that's what's missing in this world is the respect for your elders and the respect of anybody. It doesn't matter. You can see somebody standing out in front of a house that looks homeless. That doesn't mean you don't call them sir or ma'am. You know what I mean?
It's respect.
It's the respect.
The respect is earned.
Yeah, and that's. I do think that it's born and bred in Texas. We breed that.
I agree.
But that's what's missing from the rest of the world is that respect.
I think part of that respect is taken out of context at some point because used to be it was, you have to earn respect. But a lot of times back then, as far as back in the day, it was you already had the respect as far as an elder. So as kids, it's like you can't look at the elder and go, you got to earn my respect. No, it's already there.
Yes.
You have to earn mine.
Whether you know me
and
or
that's
not.
where a lot of
Kids
kids,
today,
I think, get raised of the sense of, no, it's you got to earn my respect. No, I don't have to at all.
Well, my 3 oldest, they're we have a mixed family, so the 3 oldest kids, their father was against saying yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Yeah.
Which it's
To each his own.
to each his own.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, that doesn't help you out in life. Of course they're from California at the time.
Fucking Californians.
I have nothing against Californians, but
I love my Californian transplants.
absolutely,
Yeah, I write my book.
they come here for a reason. We accept them.
Yeah.
Not all of you fools.
I saw a bumper sticker on a rental car today. It said, "Not from California. It's a rental."
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
I seen a
California plates.
sign. I seen a sign on the back of a window that somebody wrote in cardboard. Please don't break the window.
It's
a rental.
It's a rental.
Right.
But
I love it.
it is what it is. People are raised different.
Yeah.
You look at California. Just the way of life there. There's a reason why they're moving here.
Definitely. I agree. I agree 100%.
We're definitely not political. We're not political about this, but I mean, there's a reason, you know.
You're
Right.
political.
Nancy Pelosi.
She's a bitch.
All right. Email number 2. These were the top 2.
Damn, that was only the first one?
I know.
I was getting into that.
Who out of the 3 of you does the dumbest shit?
That's not a real question, is it?
That really, that's a softball right there.
This is from Susie Q, by the way.
Okay. Just because I want to level the playing field. I'm not going to say who does the stupidest shit. I'm just going to give you something dumb that I've done. And if you go back and listen to past shows, you'll listen that what I've done is not nearly as bad as some other person on this show has done. So, I've done a lot of shit. I've done a lot of shit. I'm trying to figure out one.
When you went in the hospital with stitch in your head?
Okay. But I think we told that story.
We did.
I mean, it was the golf part. That was, honestly, I could have died that one, so that was probably the worst thing I've ever done. But it's not the worst thing I've ever done, but something funny is I have a very small bladder. Okay.
That's hysterical.
It sounds random as shit, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck is he talking about?"
No, but it's like really small.
It's very small. Once I break the seal, it's small. It's very small. So we were taking a trip. Me, Craig, Selena. There was some other people, and my wife was there too. I think I paid her. I think I paid her for the week.
Damn.
But we're driving down. We're going to Shreveport. We're just going for the weekend. We're going down for our friend Darren's birthday, and we're like in Tyler. And I tell Craig, I'm like, "Hey, I got to use the restroom." He's like, "All right, cool." Selena's driving. Craig's like, "Selena, Mike's got to use the restroom. Pull over when you get a chance." Okay, cool. 30 minutes later, we're still driving. Like, I see Louisiana 33 miles. And I'm like, Craig, I gotta go, bro. I gotta go. He said, okay, cool. Selena, gotta pull over. Mike's gotta go. For the second time. So she exits, and it's one of those ones where the gas station is across the freeway. So you gotta exit, cross over the bridge. Long story short, I'm not going to be able to make it to cross that bridge. It's not going to happen.
That's when we first learned this.
You better be glad that you have leather seats, because I'm about to piss in your truck, because we're in Craig's truck. So she finally exit, and I tell them this. I'm like, I'm not going to make it over there. You got to pull over now. And they pull over because they knew. And I hop out. I barely made it out. Out of that truck. I'm pissing on the rear tire. There's 18-wheelers exiting. So I would say that was probably a crazy moment.
Yeah.
It's not embarrassing, but it's stupid.
It's not stupid. We learned you that day. We learned a lot about you that day.
So is your website is it for charity or for you? Yourbladdersonly.com.
I was thinking
It's for me. It's for me.
He doesn't need the pins. He just got to pull over when he got to pull over.
Well, that depends.
Yeah. No.
I will say Nick has the same boat though. Nick is definitely.
I'm one of those.
There you go.
I'm one of those when I break the seal and I have to go.
That's why I like being in the pool.
Oh my gosh, that's why it was so much warmer today.
I just let it rip.
Everybody does. That's such a hidden gem of everybody knows you pee in the pool. Everybody does it. They do it at water parks and everywhere else.
Yeah, I guess.
I assume everybody does.
I try to get out every once in a while.
I don't trust people to get out of the pool to go pee.
That's like I don't trust people that run.
Yes.
I don't trust people that wear T-shirts in the pool.
Yeah. If you wear a T-shirt in the pool, you're definitely homo. If you're a man, I forgot. I thought I was going down a different path.
I'm not sure what path you're taking there.
I didn't mean homo. You know what I mean? Oh Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
So we covered the emails this week. Thank God. And Nick, what do you got? What do you want to talk about this week, Nick?
You know what? Something I want to bring up is how this is kind of a serious subject, but something I'm seeing, and I'm just curious if other people see this.
I think we need a serious subject right now.
We do? Okay, good.
Somebody bring it back.
Here we go. Hail Mary. Kids in high school are graduating with no information of real life outside of high school. Nothing. And I'm saying this from the experience of my kids being in high school. I have one who's just out of high school and in college now, and one who's coming into her sophomore year. And they're coming out of high school with no real education, no real education. And it goes beyond certain just types of subjects like art or music or something, that should always be there, 100%. But things that we grew up on was metal shop, woodworking, home ec. I took that at ninth grade just because there were a bunch of girls that were signing up for it, and a couple of guys and I were like, let's do it.
I thought it was a requirement when I was in school.
No, it was an elective, but there were many other electives, a lot of them. So what we did was we decided we were going to take home ec because there's a lot of girls in there. Well, going to find out, I know how to work a sewing machine up and down, sideways, back and forth. And I knew the basics before, and as I got better, as I grew up, I also learned how to use other sewing machines. So now I can use sewing machines. I can.
Susie Homemaker.
Well, it's just one of those things. It's like typing. We had to take a typing class. We didn't have to. It was an elective. But that was one of the best classes ever because it was the old school home row. Your fingers are on this. That's what these little buttons on your tips were on the keys. That's your home row. I learned how to do 10 key later in life, but it's something what you learn because it helps you in life, and you don't have to relearn that. But some of the stuff the kids are learning in high school, it's not like that. That's not helping.
What was the classes where they taught us how to balance a checkbook? Remember, and I know you don't balance a checkbook.
Home ec was one of those.
No, it was like
well, in Oklahoma it was.
Well, it was a different class just for teaching you how to do your finances.
I don't remember that.
And
honestly, I don't.
In home ec, the same when we did sewing, I made my own shorts and a shirt, like a button-up actual collared shirt, sewed it top to bottom.
I learned to cook in there.
And cooking was another one. It wasn't about people go, oh, you just learn how to cook and they make you learn how to pie. No, they're teaching you something where you can follow instructions. You can read a book and go, hey, this is an ingredients or here's a recipe my mom had or grandma had, and you can follow. You know what a cup is, you know what a gallon is, you know what a quarter, a teaspoon, tablespoon. That just all comes with learning it. And these kids don't learn any of this stuff.
No, they don't know anything real world other than getting them ready for college. And yes, that's for some of these kids. College is where they want to go. But still, it doesn't teach them, when they get into college, it's a whole different world. Than, like being able to retake a test. Were you able to retake a test?
No.
Hell no.
No.
You got a 60, you got a 60.
What you got?
Now you can retake it for, a better grade.
A 70.
A 70.
A ribbon. A ribbon, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, if you come back and retake it, we'll just give you a 70 so we can say, wait to get this over with.
Yes.
I remember finals in high school were true finals. You had to study for and actually apply yourself. These days, the teachers are giving the kids all the answers. Okay, here's what's going to be on the test.
That's why I quit school.
Just that reason?
No, it was just, there's, like you said, there's nothing that applied other than math. And maybe home ec, but even then, like, they stopped teaching that after a certain amount of time. So if you can't teach me how to cook and you can't teach me how to count, science is not going to. And even some math, like, I don't use whatever it is. Like, it's addition.
You probably
division.
use math more on a daily basis. You think,
well, no, I do.
With the measuring and your cooking and all that. I do.
But the thing is how much does normal people, if you're not cooking or you're not doing stuff like that, how much of that do you actually use? And that's the thing, is we're teaching stuff that they can't use.
I'll give you one. Is my kids they were taught to count on their fingers in elementary. This was encouraged up through elementary and was just glossed over through middle school.
That's when that true math comes out.
Through high school is
true
gone.
math.
I'm telling you, I have a child who will count on her fingers if you ask her one like a 6 times 7 kind of thing. That, give me the 9. It's like, no. You should. When we grew up, that we just knew what single digit math was by memorization, multiplication. Yes. It was all single digit. But that in itself is such a learning tool when you're going through and trying to do basic math of adding this or dividing this, or simple single-digit math should be just memorized. It should be taught. It should be a point where you're tested on that. And to go forward in math, you need to learn these things. You have to know, but they don't. That's gone.
We could shut down this country with 2 ways. with the kids,
Making everything standard drive.
making everybody have to drive with a stick, and everything had to be written in cursive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cursive thing. Out of all the other stuff. So there's people. I know several people that homeschool their kids, and there was a time where I thought that was weird. Nowadays, I think it's not bad, as long as you're not just preaching your own agenda for everything.
Right.
If you're teaching everything, but people nowadays, it's just these kids aren't learning anything. They're not.
No.
It's in one ear and out the other. Like you just said about the kid, about your daughter. What did you just say? I got too many things right through my
Counting
mind.
on her fingers.
Counting on the fingers.
Yeah.
My son, who's 25, would be like, "What do I need to count on my fingers? Can I just use my phone?"
Yes.
Like that's my kid. I'm speaking about my own
That's
child.
right.
That's the way it is. And my kids were raised, like I said, I feel like we raised our kids excellent. Like honestly, I know most parents say that, but I feel like we did. My kids were raised humbly, and if that's a word, if you're going to correct me now.
No, it is.
But I feel like we did a good job with our kids raising them. But after they got into the real world, they just lost everything that we taught them. And it's weird.
But did they lose it, or is it still there? They just don't want to apply
Exactly. And that's the thing. But as dads, we think, no, they know what's going on, blah, blah, blah. But then the moms come, well, so.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I think my kid's smart, but he's also dumb at the same time.
But that's most kids. That's
Yeah.
most kids. Most kids nowadays.
But they're only going to learn what you teach them.
No, I agree.
And that's what this all comes down to. They'll learn what you teach them, but I feel like where this kind of started was the classes are just, it's not what kids need to know. They don't know anything about starting a business at all. They don't know anything about doing your own taxes to where you get the most benefit from that. That should be something that should be advertised. I mean, if we're going to give away the vaccine, why don't we give away the ability to have a kid start a business possibly? And sometimes if you just know the basics, you'll learn it quickly after that. But these kids aren't even being taught the basics of a lot of the stuff.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
And it's all based on this damn STAR test, or whatever you grew up in. We all took some type of test, but school wasn't based around the TOS test when I was in school. If you passed it, great, but it wasn't driven to that. I mean, these schools make money off these.
No, like
these scores.
60% of the curriculum is based off of
These
STAR
tests.
or whatever it is. Like,
Yes.
It's not real life scenarios.
True. And the STAR tests are what we have in Texas as far as like a measurement of tests in school. So it's usually every state in the U.S. has something as far as a way to measure their kids in school, and STAR tests is one of those. But ours, and I'll say this, ours is very much advertised by the teachers of you have to pass the STAR test. We have to test for the STAR test. What about the other stuff we need to learn? Nope, not important. Whatever's on the STAR test, what you need to know, because that gives us money and grants and for the government and for the state and whatever else. The better your kids do, the more money the district gets, yada, yada, yada. This is all open. It's all true. It's all a fact. So it's like, what does that do? You're not teaching your kids something can use, something to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, where I grew up in, again, Oklahoma, we had FFA, which they still have that here in Texas and a lot of other states, usually southwestern states. But there was like metal shop, agriculture.
Auto body.
Yeah.
Or I think it was called auto body.
And you can go to a tech school later in high school, like a junior or senior year. They would bus these guys over to the tech school where they learn HVAC, electrical, plumbing, the basics to where
trade, right.
These guys could get out of high school working, doing that right now. And man, I feel like a lot of these kids are just losing the opportunity because they just think everything's right there for them. They're
Or they
just
can
letting
Google it,
things
or-
slip out of their hands. I think Dana White said it once, and if you know who he is, he said these kids today are pussies. He said you get a kid who's willing to grind and coming out of school just ready to kick it.
Yeah.
You're going to run over 90% of these guys out here for the rest of your life because they're just waiting.
Yeah.
And they
I
don't
agree.
know.
They're looking for a handout, or they're looking for it to be given to them.
But they over evaluate their
worth.
their work,
Their
and
self-worth.
their time. Like, you haven't done anything to prove to me that you deserve $30 an hour.
They think they're deserved everything.
Yeah, no,
Well,
exactly.
because we've given it to them.
Yeah,
I mean, some of the stuff we talk about, some of the stuff we write here, as I was growing up, that wasn't even an option. You know, what kind of car you want to drive when you get your license? No, that wasn't even a question.
yeah.
You want a car, you better go get it. Go get a job.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have a car to get a job. Well, go mow lawns. Our
Take
entire
the bus.
neighborhood needs people to mow lawns, and they'll pay you.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that kind of mentality. If you want to go get it, and it wasn't because my mom was being a rich hard ass. Is because that's what we had to offer, and that's all you knew.
Yeah.
But all my friends around us knew. All of us all had the same kind of, you know, you're in the same neighborhood, you're in the same small town. We all had the same mentality. Most of us is that if you want to go get something, you got to go get it.
Yeah.
Nobody's handing it to you.
I got you.
Nobody.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know, to whose fault it is, it's definitely ours.
It's the parent. It's
But-
the parent, not all of it. It's just every parent. Every parent is different. Every parent's got this, that.
It's my wife's fault. I don't take any blame.
I like to blame his mother.
Mrs. Estrada.
Wow, that's not what I was going with that. But
It's actually Mrs. Gotney.
Got any?
I wish you would have said that first, though.
we're going to deliver a pizza.
Got any? Got a little.
Got a little. Jesus.
Y'all are a
So,
mess.
Mike, you were talking about you had a crazy story of the week.
You know,
We're going to go there?
the thing is, so I was reading about.
Are you gonna smack your lips one more time? Because that's 3 in a row.
Motherfucker, I was licking them. They were dry.
I meant to tell you about that off air.
You know what? Fuck y'all, I quit.
I'm sorry.
You can't quit. It's Mike's crazy story of the week.
No, exactly. It's the crazy story of the week. So, I was reading in one of the Facebook pages, whatever they call those, that there was a gentleman that he got married to his blushing bride, and love of the life. And 2 days after they got married, he suffered an unfortunate incident of.
He suffered it.
He suffered in more ways than one. He cheated on his wife 2 days after being married.
How'd he cheat?
He was busted offering U.S. currency for favors.
So scripted.
For favors of the sexual kind, and it's pretty pathetic because this post actually had a link of he had been busted before for the same charge, and he was busted with his vehicle, and it said "just married" still on it.
Wow.
Ouch.
Now,
I mean,
I'm gonna say this: if you're that type of guy, it wasn't, from what the story said, it wasn't minor, so that's cool. You know, it wasn't minors, but you have a beautiful wife. I'm sure she's beautiful. I don't know her, but if she's beautiful, she's beautiful. You got married to her. She got to be beautiful. She got to be beautiful in your eyes. So why would you go off and do something like that? First off, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is Sir Michael Christopher a lot, and I don't pay for anything. I don't pay for lap dances. I don't really want to pay for my food.
He didn't even pay for his bill.
Yeah, I don't pay for I let my wife pay my bills.
Skips out every ticket.
he's got his hands in her pocket while she's paying.
Oh yeah.
That's the classic. Taxes are coming.
Yeah,
in.
taxes
Put your hands around your lady in the front of McDonald's. Like, we want to upgrade that meal.
I'm the husband that when the check comes, I like act like I reach for my wallet, but I'm looking at her like,
No,
Oh, my hand's stuck.
This is untrue.
My hand's stuck.
If you don't watch Mike, Mike will pay your tab and his. He's quick to do that. But no, that's crazy.
hold on. What's my secret move?
I'm gonna use the restroom.
Is that it?
So when he gets up, goes to the restroom towards the end of the meal,
He's going to hunt down the waitress.
he's hunting down the damn waitress,
Or this waiter. Or the server.
whoever it is. And then and I'll try to pay. And then she's like, "Well, he's already given you his card, sir." And I'm like, "That's shit, bro. That's shit."
You know, I've done that before, and I go, by the way, I'm going to tip you 30%, but if you want to give the ticket to that guy,
Wow.
go ahead and go roll the dice.
Yeah.
That's right there, that's payoff. I think you pay a shitload of money, but
No, yeah. It's nice,
Still
though.
worth it if you get that guy on.
That is crazy story of the week.
It is a crazy story of the week.
It just goes.
We should start the trend.
It just goes to show that you don't really know the person you marry until you know. You don't know everybody, I guess.
Until you do their background.
Or maybe you should.
First off, did you background Selena?
Well, my sister did. You know, my sister used to work for the county, and she completely knew everything about her before, like her exes and, you know, her master's degree. She knew it all, bro. She had the connection. My sister definitely did a background check on her.
That's amazing.
That's where I get it from, sissy. You know.
Shout out to the background check.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
background checks.
Bro, anytime we ever needed to know anything, like on the real tip, hey, sis, can you,
I know you background check me.
I background check everybody.
Shout out background good checks.
You
and
found what?
Weapons.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Very vanilla.
Right.
We found out that when the fireworks go off, you're gone.
Yes.
That's what we found out.
That's how I operate.
That's why it's always vanilla.
That's why I'm
'cause
still here.
You're never around when shit goes down.
I'm older than both y'all. All right, there's a
You
reason.
respect your elders, Craig.
That's because they've been there. They know when to run.
Speaking of, we're gonna have a good fireworks show tomorrow night. After
Looking
the
forward to
Mavs
that.
game, when they sweep. Don't
Yes. So,
Well, this is gonna air Friday, so it's probably
everybody knows we air it on Friday. This is
the future.
Yeah. It's like you're like Michael J. Fox without the shaking.
the lottery ticket. Wow.
Way to go, Mavs in 4 games.
So this is Monday. It's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. Respect and honor. But this won't air until Friday. So the Mavericks are going for the sweep tomorrow. Is the gist of this story.
If they do.
I really don't think anybody need a recap, but I just gave it to you. So go kiss off.
So if you do, you know, in Mavericks too, we're gonna have a huge fireworks show,
Oh yeah.
and it's illegal. And
Shit.
Holy shit! What's wrong with her eyebrows?
Did she do it again?
Motherfucker.
Fuck you! You can't go. You can't sneak up on me
Why
like
did
that.
you bring Groucho Marx up in here?
So Stephanie just walked up in here. You know, she walked up hop on us and she freaked me out with the eyebrows. Hey, could you look at the camera, please? Look, that one's got you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom in, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm about to serve some papers here in a minute after this look.
Wow, you gotta warn somebody when you walk up to somebody like that.
Yeah, you scared me.
Are y'all recording?
Yes. One
And I don't know how to explain what just happened.
So
Nick is crying right now.
Stephanie,
I've never seen Nick
I
cry.
think she's. So if you don't know, Mike's beautiful wife Stephanie is.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
She was. I think I don't know what the fuck she's doing. She was.
Well, obviously, she just robbed a bank in Gotham City.
She died. So she goes to the pedicure place, and I think she's going to get her feet done. She gets her eyebrows done, and they're like super dark. They look like they were drawn.
Did you go
That's how
get those
dark
done?
Yeah, she paid for that. She paid for that.
This thing even on.
Can I even say I paid for that, or no? I can't say that. I paid for that.
Why are you so angry?
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
I'm waiting for a chocolate to get thrown at me.
You're all excited. Those are dark as shit.
Hey, you just interrupted our host show. Thanks, babe. We were doing a good one till you walked in.
Actually, this is still gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it's still gonna be a good one.
I need you to look at that camera, please. See what we're working with here? She snuck up on us. Oh, Groucho Marx.
Back then, they didn't want me. Now they're hot. They all
love me.
So did you just come from the Nelson one?
I did, yes, sir.
You can't let them leave. You can't leave like that.
So I don't know why they let me leave like this, but she tells me after I shower, they'll lighten up.
Angry. I've never seen anybody leave like that.
First off, when she says her name is Stephanie Estrada, that's the version you get.
This is like, can I see her manager eyebrows?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's like Consuela. That's the girls from Clean House over there.
But in 2 days, it'll look beautiful, so hush.
That's when we're gonna fix your
2
attitude.
days? And how long does that last?
Like 2 weeks?
Do you go to work like that?
Look, Jackson don't want nothing to do with it.
I know. I can't believe they really let you leave like that. Anyways, let's get back to what we were talking about there. So no, I agree. You know, kids today, I feel like they're getting an under. I don't know what's the word. I'm looking for?
Underachieving?
They're definitely participation trophy. You know, degrees. I think
They're getting an undergrad in stupidity.
Definitely.
I mean, we could be teaching them so many more things that can help them. You know, you are who you are, and you'll be who you're going to be. But in the sense of, if you give the kids the right direction after high school, they can go find themselves, whether you want to go to college or not. And one of the things I wanted to say is, they push college way too much on these kids. Way too much. They start pushing this stuff, and I'm proof, so it's facts. They start pushing this like 7th grade, middle school, where they're going to go to school, what you need to do. You got to get into these AP classes, these advanced, accelerated classes. Hey, that's for some people, and that's not for 50% of the population. That's for a way smaller group. Knock yourself out. I do know of kids who've gotten out of high school with an associate's degree. Out of high school.
I know.
And everybody has seen that. And I asked my daughter, I said, so who was valedictorian, who was salutatorian? And then I said, what was the top GPA or whatever? One of them had like a 5.1 GPA. 4.0 in my day was 100%. This person's like 131%. What is this? I don't get it.
That's what this school is for, is those kids.
Yeah, but that should be a school for those kids that are so accelerated. Knock yourself out, but you know,
Call it private school.
But
And I
most
understand
kids are just normal.
We should be
kids.
teaching our kids how to use their hands, change a tire, But also, if you're going to go to school for that long every day, I think there should be a class over real life, scenarios.
Absolutely. Wait, real life scenarios like what? Vacuuming.
No, because we know.
Because that's a real life scenario, by the way, when you're an adult.
Using your hands, you know what I mean? They have all these extracurricular activity, classes that they hold.
I think Ike Turner took that class. Use your hands, get it?
That was so dark.
Was it dark?
He beat
Tina Turner got
He
rest
beat
of soul.
Tina. Yeah, got rest of soul.
Did she die?
Yeah, she gone.
Is she?
Yeah,
Oh,
she died last year.
so sad.
That is sad.
Way to go, Mike.
Should we have a moment of silence?
No.
Rolling on the river.
Rolling on the river.
That was with Ike, by the way. Way to go.
Exactly.
So this is a spinoff of what you were talking about, but what was it like us growing up in the 90s compared to today? Not just kids, I'm just saying life in general.
Oh, it's so different. It's so different. I had the conversation with somebody that was like 23 years old recently.
Blew
and
their mind, didn't it?
Just exploded. First of all, there's no phones. There's no Wi-Fi. There's no video games. There's no online anything. There's no
Well, they had video games.
PS3. No. They had like an old Atari that my mom got us like a year later. Found one at a garage sale. Still good, whatever. It was still in time, but nobody played it for hours on end. You play it for 30 minutes.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
we played Asteroids. What'd you do? The same freaking thing we did 20 minutes ago. Pew, 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 pew. That's it.
Yeah.
Let's go play. Nobody sat around
Everybody
and
was
played it for
outside.
24 hours in a row. Nobody. And you weren't talking to your friends online or your quote friends. You're outside with those people, and your parents were kicking you outside. It wasn't like you had a choice to go, no, I'd rather stay and play on my video game. No, you're out. Get out of here. I got stuff to do.
I understand technology is driven and society changes, but don't you think things were a lot different and a lot better back then?
No question.
Yeah.
No question. And you
100.
can't argue that it wasn't better morally, socially, ethically, everything. I mean, fill in the blanks. These kids have a phone. They have access to porn, whatever age. You can parent it up. You can put all your Life 360 and whatever in there. If the
They have
kid's going to know.
They have access
I
to
know
everything.
of kids, and I've heard of kids in high school or kids in middle school that they'll rent their phone to a buddy to go look up a porn thing, whatever, for 10 minutes.
Can I get the number?
It's called 911. Just give me your last name. Tell me what you're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly. Heavy on the last thing. And last 4 digits is social if you want to. That'd be good.
But I'm saying it's so fast, so quick, so much, so right now in your face.
Yeah.
All of this, it's in everything. We're giving up our basic abilities for convenience. And
I agree.
If you know what you know, it just. I see it in the sense of we used to just everybody go, oh, there's a new app for that. No, we used to do that. No, there's an app for it. No, you don't understand. I can actually do that. I don't need to look it up on something. I can do that. And
I
kids
agree.
don't know that.
I agree. I mean,
It's deep. It's just
There's a lot to be said about that. I mean, with kids, I've got a 16-year-old or 17-year-old. You've got, 19 and 15?
19, almost 16.
And when I see these kids, I'm like, you know what? I created this. So I try to make changes where I can. But you only make so many changes before you feel like you're holding a kid back.
Yes, to a point. And we have given our kids way too much, and I'll admit it. Because what I've done and what I've accomplished, where I've gotten, was so much with, I didn't have that. Or I wasn't able to get that. That wasn't available to me then. And you have to go get that if you want it. I bought a go-kart when I was a senior in high school. Why? Because I wanted one. I bought a racing four-wheeler at early 20s. Why? Because I wanted one. Because I could afford it then.
And that adult money.
But I had friends that grew up that had that kind of money, that had, the dirt bikes at 16. It's like, how'd you afford a $5,000 dirt bike at 16? Well, your parents did it. Whatever.
I got it.
But you wanted that kind of stuff. So as you got older, it's like, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to whatever. But if I'd already had it, I wouldn't have gone through life going, I want to get more stuff. Because I want to, and it was always my dad, or my mom and dad both were, you want it, go work harder. And if that's not what you want, then let it go. You just didn't work hard enough.
I agree. I agree. I can't believe you really thought that was a glass of milk.
I really did. I don't know why you brought that up, but
Because I looked at it, I had to take a double.
It's Random Man.
Random Man.
hey, you know what? You brought it up. You explain what we're looking at.
So we're looking at it's a Suck It Up Buttercup nice candle that Mike has. And it looks like a old milk glass full of milk.
Like from 1950s, but it's like the 12-ounce glass of 1950s milk. But it's a candle. But when I first came up here and I sat down, I thought Mike was mixing a drink. I thought he was making like White Russians or something.
Oh.
I didn't know. I thought you actually brought an old school something of milk.
Yeah, I don't drink milk and vodka.
I know.
It doesn't go.
It didn't go good well. So the poll was good today.
Once I realized what it was, I wasn't going to say anything, but thanks for bringing that shit up.
So
Hey, first off, before we go on something else, I think we've spent most of the time on Dad Talk. I think we need to work on an episode. We get our kids in here and get them to defend themselves. That's something we may have to work on.
we talked a lot of shit about them.
Yeah. Maybe they need to come defend themselves. Maybe we need to hear their side.
You know what's coming up?
What?
Father's Day.
Shit.
That would be
Let's try to
ideal.
make it happen. Well, let's try and make it happen. But you got to let the kids defend themselves. If they call you a piece of
Sure.
shit, are you going to let them call you a piece of shit?
Absolutely.
I'm going to whoop his ass later.
Fuck you. You're not calling me a piece of shit.
Not up in this studio.
He getting ass.
He's got full security up in here. Now, when he
I'm
gets
gonna
outside,
yeah.
you get outside, you can mess him up.
You be walking over, you limping back.
You limping
motherfucker.
back, motherfucker.
I like that. So
We'll work on that. We'll work on that.
Father's Day weekend.
We'll
I
put a
think-
pin to that.
Yeah, put a pin in that.
Yeah.
As the lady said.
And
He
you can
doesn't
also
know- he doesn't
email
know
in
what that
questions.
means.
If you want to email in questions
Oh, yeah. Email some questions.
that they could ask their fathers,
Oh, yeah.
we're going
Yep.
to screen that. Don't stupid stuff.
Well, you can do it at Craig at theshitshows.com. You can do it at Mike theshitshows.com.
The Shit
Or
Show.
Nick theshitshows.com.
All complaints go to Craig at shitshows.com.
Always. And then you can always leave a message. If you're listening to this podcast, you at the very top of it, on Spotify, it says leave a message. So you can actually text us a message on Messenger. We have a number out there. It's available for you to call in and leave a message. We would love to hear the message you have or questions you have you want answered, or even have our kids answer.
Where are we going to find that number at?
It is on Facebook.
On Facebook.
It's on the Facebook.
Log into
At-
Facebook. Find us.
At theshitshows.com.
And if any one of you want to pay to see my feet, then you can send Venmo $5 to
Using
Mike
6
at
pesos to
theshitshows.com.
michaelsfoot.com.
So we really want to start an OnlyFans page eventually.
No, we're not.
No?
No,
Okay.
he's opposed to that.
It could be like the Shit Show's OnlyFans.
I mean, it's been a great show with it.
You can show us how to make a fried bologna sandwich on OnlyFans.
Damn right.
If you could make $1,000 off of showing somebody how to make a fried bologna, would you do that?
100%.
Okay, what if it's on OnlyFans?
That's fine.
Okay,
Well, then
we can
what's
start
Now, the
big
first
deal.
time I find out there's some dude jerking off to my bologna sandwich, show's gone. It's over. Close up shop. I'm out.
What are you been
I'm
listening
saying,
to?
when
the
it
thing
comes,
I don't like mayonnaise on my bologna sandwich. I'm a mustard guy.
Dude, I told you guys, when it gets sexual, it's a different thing. If you're weird, you just like long fingernails, whatever. But it's Father of 2 daughters, man. If it gets sexual, I get ruffle feathers.
2 girls, 5 cups, or whatever. What's that show? Is that not it? 2 girls, 5 cups.
I think it's 2 girls, 1 cup.
2 girls, 15 cups. Whatever. Look like snow cone.
Whatever.
Look like snow cone juice.
So, the 90s, I loved it because, gas was $1, I don't know, 25, but that's not even the whole point of today's age.
You're just trying to make a political statement.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to go there.
He was less than that when I was younger.
Everything has changed. I mean, the lunches at school, the
I miss those, by the way.
hanging out with your friends, going to, I guess parties or whatever, but it's complete. You don't ever know if you're going to get shot at. This past 2 weekends ago, there was a kid at Roy City, went to a party in Mesquite, ended up getting shot 3 times, which is crazy.
It is crazy.
You didn't have to worry about that when we were growing up.
No, you didn't.
And
You didn't have to worry about school shootings. We used to actually, kids would, it was for fun, but you could put rifles and shotguns in the back of your car on rifle hangers.
Yes.
In the back of your truck. And nobody stole them.
Yeah. No, I agree. And you didn't get pulled over,
Nobody stole them because if they saw you stealing that, they would come beat the shit out of you.
I remember
no
cruising.
cops, no whatever. They would beat the shit out of you and then call the cops, and the cops would take you off for trying to steal a weapon.
Do y'all remember cruising?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't do that this day because there's so many, incidents that pop off. Somebody looks at somebody the wrong way. Somebody, gets offended. Somebody, they don't fight with their hands anymore. They fight with guns, which is completely stupid. I mean, I've raised my son to know if you're at a party or something, or you're somewhere that you don't feel comfortable, get the fuck out of there. Don't
Right.
stick around just to see how it's going to end up. There's no peer pressure. Just leave.
Yeah, but nowadays these kids, they're so ruthless, dude. They're like, if you back down from a fight or you don't want to go with, like you just said, don't just leave. Don't be a part of it. If you're not a part of it, then you get called names. And it's ridiculous.
All right, yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good show right there. What do you think, boys?
I like
Pretty
it a lot.
solid.
We want to say have a great weekend, great week.
Yes, go Mavs. Hopefully, by the time you're hearing this, the Mavericks have wrapped it up and we're going to the championship. So
We're sweeping, baby. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
and the Stars. That'd be awesome.
All right.
Boys, have a great weekend.
Deuces.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Peace.